Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just quick informative video on my trip to Tulum, Mexico. I was trying to find information out online, but everybody's just showing like the nice stuff, not really giving you a throughout look of it. When you land outside, as you can see, and then you come inside, you pick up your bags. The airport is just average size. And I thought it was very nice and lit and cute decorated. You will be approached by people who's going to want to sell you tours and stuff, and they're going to make it look like they're going to take you to the hotel or whatever. I don't know if it's some kind of timeshare or not, but you have plenty of options to eat, and the bus station is right outside. But you have to buy your tickets inside the airport. They are about $12 per person. You can buy it online ahead of time, or you can buy right there when you land. We had to make changes to ours, and it worked out perfectly. There's really not much to do. I love the airport because they actually have like a lactating room and family room and like an emergency room, for like anything like that. The bus does have AC and Wi-Fi. They're not super extra comfortable. The ride is about 45 minutes to Tulum town, and then from there you have to get a taxi to go either to the hotel area or to your Airbnb. We didn't grab a taxi. We decided to walk just to kind of explore. And let me tell you, the amount of trash that was on the ground, I didn't even record. I don't know why. But as you can see here, the ride going to the town and what it looks like. And right there, you see what the colectivos look like. These are the smaller buses that move you around from like town to hotel area, which is roughly 35 minutes. I thought that we could walk a lot, but actually it's pretty, like if you're not used to walking, not from the airport to the town, but from the town to the beach area, like it's not really, I mean, it's walkable, but you're not going to want to do that, not on vacation. I did see that there was a lot of tourist prices, and it's just catered to tourists. They didn't really get to hang out with any of the locals or anything. Most of the locals are just working in the hotels or businesses in that area. And then, so the colectivos are usually 35 pesos, which is roughly like $2 to $3, I believe. Now, you don't want to bring cash because they do not take US dollars. So not all places do. I will suggest what we did, which is find the ATM. I will try to link the one that didn't charge us anything but the fees that our banks will charge. And the ATM will give you money in pesos. And so that's one way for you to carry cash for the taxis, because they do not take cards. And for some of the local little hitting spots that sell, like lunch menus and stuff like that. Majority of other restaurants that look very like classy and nice, they do take cards. They don't charge a fee for it at all. The bars do as well. Now, Tulum town is really much like a little strip that's full of businesses, bars, restaurants, and hotels. So keep that in mind. You can tip, of course, if you want to. It's optional everywhere. I did see that the majority of the menus at the restaurants were tacos, quesadillas, fajitas, and the portion sizes are very small compared to what we're used to in the US. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And this is what the town looks like. Once you get to the bus station in town, you're gonna have a whole bunch of taxis laying, or like not laying, lined up for you to go to where you need to. So it's not like you have to call a cab or anything like that. And they're everywhere for you to catch them. Like that's what they work. Here we went to dinner at a restaurant. This was like maybe 7:30, and it was empty. A lot of them were empty, so we kind of felt like VIP. The next day, we went to this walking tour at this archaeological site. You'll see these people dressed up, asking you if you want to take pictures. I don't know how much they charge, but if you want to take pictures or you want to do a video with them, and they sing and everything, it's pretty cool. To do the tour, it was, I think, roughly $40 between what we booked online to what we had to pay when we got there. Apparently, there's like a new fee where it's like $20 for tourists and $5 for locals. But that was very nice, and they had like shuttles that would take you back into like the actual, like this here that you're looking at, the beach, and everything. And the tour guide was telling us all the history behind it, and it was very beautiful. It was very windy. when the sun is not out, temperature is kind of chilly for me. I'm anemic though, but very nice for everybody else. So keep that in mind to bring a light jacket for nighttime. Once the sun is out, it does feel really, really hot and you could burn. So here you can see the beach, and at the end of the tour there is like access to the beach if you want to stay there. We didn't know about this at all, so we weren't prepared. Had I known, I would have stayed there. But it's beautiful, and some of the stuff they have blocked off because they found like trash and shoes and stuff that people have like left behind. So they're no longer allowing people while you're walking and doing the tour to like go down to the beach. You have to like wait until the end of the tour, which is almost like the exit to the park, for you to like have the access to the beach. And then we found some friends here. I think one of the other tour guys was feeding it, and so I figured I'd record so you can see that you're going to see a ton of them around. There was just beautiful landscaping and temperature. It was very nice to walk that day. And so after that, we ended up walking back to the town. And we ended up getting a colectivo that dropped us off closer to where we wanted to walk to, because the collectivos are easy. You just like stop them. Now there is a trick, like they don't go past a certain kind of like streets, and they don't go in little towns. So it was kind of hard to like get them to get to our Airbnb. We still had to walk some, maybe like 3 or 4 blocks to grab them, but it was fairly easy. Aside from that, you can see how windy it is. And there is a whole bunch of like pharmacies, bars, and restaurants on that little strip. Now here on the archaeological side, you do have restaurants too, and a lot of things that you can take pictures with, like Day of the Dead, and like little benches that had little stuff. So it was pretty nice too, and pharmacies there and ATM machines. We went to this restaurant. I can't remember the name of it. I'm gonna see if I can put the links of the stuff that I'm showing in the videos in the description. But this is a place that is a bar, restaurant kind of thing. They make juices out of sugarcane, fresh, as you can see, squeezing the sugarcane and taking the juices, and they make cocktails or regular juice. This place is called Mystical, and this is where our tour at night began. But we decided to go to the restaurant next door, and while eating, we ended up having this show that the locals were doing. The video is fairly long, so I'm just gonna tell you. This is La Negra something. I'm gonna link it too. The best thing here that I enjoyed was the fries, the tostadas, which is like ceviche on top of a hard tortilla. It was delicious. Can't remember what else I got, but it's better to eat here because Mystico has more like finger food and stuff like that. It's not really like a place where you actually have a meal. They did really good with this show, and I'm glad I was able to like experience it and was there before the tour. Otherwise we would have missed it. This guy realized that I was recording, and so he started like really putting on a show and coming this way. They do this for free, but they accept donations, and mainly they're doing it for their tips. So I did make sure that we tipped the guy. And then after we're doing with that, we kind of, went bar hopping. Don't have any videos of that, unfortunately. I'm sorry, and I do apologize. But, as you can see, this is mainly what they look like. Okay, and then so the very next day, we wanted to do a beach day. We were just kind of like flowing with everything. In order for you to access the beach, you have to stay at a hotel in the hotel area, or have access to it by a friend, or pay a fee, or consume something. This place is called Delic, and they do free beach access. Of course, they can rent you the cabanas. You can buy stuff, beers or whatever. And then you can see how but businesses are one next to the other, so you hear their music and they kind of compete with music or whatever. This place here had a tattoo shop right next to the hotel or within the hotel, and I thought that was pretty cool. The bathrooms were very nice as well. They have bathrooms and showers even though you're not staying there. And so the collective was like 35 minutes maybe. You pay $3-4 and you get there and back. And this is at the airport. They had a tequila shop, which I thought it was fantastic. No tastings though at this airport, but I still liked it. Anyways, that's all. Thanks. Bye.